a few picks for us for UFC 302. What are they?
Man, Sia got me hyped. I thought he was coming into the octagon with me and Buckets. I see you over here, Buckets, slipping and ripping big time here. I'm excited to see. Maybe I saw Showdown Challenge in the chat. I saw a lot of opinions in the chat. Of course, really hyped up card. So let's get right to it. And I'll start in the main event. I'm going to satisfy two different viewers in the chat who put their picks in because I'm betting this main event in two different ways, and they're against each other. For the lightweight title, on the line, it's Islam Makhachev looking to defend his belt as a dominant champion. Taking on Dustin the Diamond Poirier, a UFC fan favorite, looking to really solidify his legacy and finally take that belt that's eluded him for so long. And man, the most likely outcome in my mind's eye is Islam Makhachev by submission at plus 100. The grappling game is just too good. It's legendary. Guess who's going to be in his corner? His teacher. The guy he's the prodigy of is Khabib Nurmagomedov. The eagle has landed. And with Khabib in your corner and coaching you, I mean, he's going to be at his peak form. Now, I will cast some doubt. I'm not a doctor, but there's some speculation that Islam Makhachev has been dealing with a staph infection based on some pictures that appeared in his training camp. And we saw Benoit Saint-Denis, Dustin Poirier's last opponent, only have one round of cardio due to staph infection. It's really affected some UFC fighters. Now, it's not always going to drain your gas tank like it did to Benoit Saint-Denis, but it's a factor on the table there. So if Poirier forces him to box, and if Islam is compromised in some manner due to that, then the knockout is live, guys. And I'll also sprinkle a quarter unit on Poirier by KO at plus 700. The southpaw boxing, if he finds that right hook on the button, it's very possible. And I'll just be sitting back and kind of rooting. Lower risk in this fight. Half unit on Islam by sub, quarter unit on Poirier by knockout. But I'll be rooting for the Diamond to find that legacy shot, find the knockout, and cash a big plus 700 ticket. So that's how I'm attacking the main event. In the co-main event of the evening, guys, it's my underdog of the week. And I saw my guy Glenn Gippy in the comments. I will take your showdown, sir. I like Paulo Costa at plus 210, man. I think this is his moment here, and he's going to seize the opportunity against Sean Strickland. Now, of course, Strickland was just the champion. He was in a razor-close fight against Dricus du Plessis that he lost. Some feel he controversially may have won. But Strickland's game is that Philly shell, jab, jab, jab you to death, pressure boxing, stay in your face, use his cardio and use his toughness. And I'm not sure he has the cardio and toughness edges in this fight against Paulo Costa, a guy that has a granite chin and I think remains underrated. He's finally active. He just fought Robert Whittaker 3 months ago. Normally, Costa takes a lot of time off in between fights, but he's here. He's ready to really seize his potential. He's a physical specimen. And I think if he lands the left hook around that Philly shell guard that stays low, if Strickland fails to roll that punch, which he likes to do, kind of parry and roll, shoulder roll punches, Costa could find power shots over the top. I think big moments could win this fight, and he ends up maybe even stealing a decision that goes the whole way. So I like Paulo Costa, who I think remains underrated. And finally, I'll close it out with a great fight. Featured prelim of the night, guys. It's Cesar Almeida taking on Roman Kopylov. Kickboxer's delight here. Cesar Almeida, best known for his 3 fights against Alex Poatan Pereira, the light heavyweight champion. 3 fights in a kickboxing bout outside the UFC. Guess what? He's 1-2 against the guy that's arguably the best in the sport right now. And he's a razor-sharp striker. He's got great low kicks, good hooks to the body. Kopylov is a really good kickboxer himself. He's got some highlight knockouts in the UFC, but he's faced grapplers so far. So maybe his knockouts are over caliber opponents that can't quite match him in the striking department. I think Almeida will do that and will outpoint him to a win in the kickboxing game on UFC 302. And I'm really looking forward to this card in Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center. East Coast, stand up, baby. It's going to be an electric night.